There was an old man, a storyteller in the land of Sude. His love for children gave him passion to tell stories of old, his own experiences as a youth and those of his friends. On this particular night, the title of his story:
The night I saw the talking drum move. Gather around, children, it's story time. I was 12 the first time I saw the drum move on its own. It was late, around midnight, and the moon was bright enough to light up our compound. My uncle, Baba Tunde, was the village's best drummer. People said he could wake the ancestors with the way he played. That night, he had left his talking drum leaning against the mango tree after practicing for the Hegungun festival. I don't know what came over me. Maybe it was curiosity, or maybe I just wanted to prove to myself that I could play the drum. Everyone had gone to bed. The house was quiet except for the sound of frogs and crickets. I sneaked out, tiptoeing past my snoring father and into the yard. The drum was sitting there, glowing faintly in the moonlight. I was halfway to it when I heard it. A soft rhythm. Do care, do care. I froze. My heart was pounding in my chest. There was no one around, but the drum was playing itself. I stared, not sure if I was imagining things. Then, slowly, the drum shifted. It moved, just slightly, as if something unseen had nudged it. I wanted to run, but my legs felt heavy. With my voice shivering and shaky, I managed to whisper, "Who's there?" Suddenly, the drum stopped. The night fell silent, so quiet I could hear my own breathing. Then, from behind me, I heard a low whisper, "Why do you disturb us?" I spun around, expecting to see someone standing there, but there was nothing. Only the shadows of the palm trees swaying in the breeze. I bolted back into the house and hid under my blanket, shaking. I didn't sleep that night. The next morning, I told Baba Tunde what I saw. He didn't laugh like I thought he would. Instead, his face grew serious, and he placed a hand on my shoulder.
You shouldn't have gone near the drum. There are things in this world you don't understand,
He said. What things? I asked, still shaken. He sighed.
The drum has a spirit. It's not just a drum. It's alive in its own way, and it doesn't like to be disturbed. Next time, don't go near it when you're alone at night.
I tried to forget about it, but the memory lingered. A week later, during the Egungun festival, the strange events started again. Baba Tunde was leading the drummers, playing the same talking drum, when it happened. The Hegumoan dancers, dressed in their colorful ancestral robes, were moving through the crowd. Suddenly, Baba Tunde's drum sounded offbeat. He stopped playing, frowning, and looked at the drum. Then, it happened again. The drum played itself, one loud, sharp beat. After the festival, I confronted him. "Uncle, the drum, it played itself again. Everyone saw it." He sighed heavily.
It's the spirit of the drum. It's restless. I need to appease it.
That night, he prepared an offering. He poured palm wine and placed kola nuts beside the drum. He whispered prayers in Yoruba, asking the spirits for forgiveness. I watched from the doorway, too scared to step closer. A few days later, things got worse. My cousin, Folake, came to stay with us. She was the bold one in the family, always curious and full of mischief. When I told her about the drum, she laughed.
"It's just a drum. You're scared of nothing,"
she said. Before I could stop her, she marched into the yard and smacked the drum with her palm.
"See, nothing happened,"
she said, laughing. But that night, poor Larky woke up screaming. She said she saw a shadowy figure standing at the foot of her bed. It whispered her name over and over. Baba Tunde looked grim when he heard.
You shouldn't have touched it.
He told her.
I didn't know.
Folake cried. The next day, Baba Tunde decided to take the drum back to its maker. He said only the man who carved it could calm the spirit. We traveled to a neighboring village, deep in the forest. The drum maker, an old man named Baba Aje, lived in a small mud house surrounded by tall iroko trees. When he saw the drum, his face darkened.
This drum,
He muttered, running his hands over it.
it carries the spirit of a restless ancestor. Whoever plays it must respect it.
He performed a cleansing ritual, chanting and pouring libations over the drum. He told us the spirit would no longer disturb us as long as we kept our distance and followed the proper customs. After that, the drum became quiet. Baba Tunde still played it during festivals, but only during the day and always with an offering beside it. Folake never teased me about it again. Even now, years later, I can't forget that night. I still wonder what would have happened if I had touched the drum or stayed outside longer. Some things in this world are better left alone. And that is how that escapade went. A little bit scary, yeah, but was all fun at the end. Folake and I still laughed about the story till today.
And that is the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed it. Kindly subscribe to support us and hit the notification bell. Thank you.